Hello, this is Irina Benedict, and I'm the founder of the Entrepreneur Enlightenment Academy. And today I want to share something very deep that happened to me this week. And it serves you because I realize one more time why it's important to know why you do what you do. So I have big plans. I still have very big plans for this year. I want to increase my exposure into the world. I want to make the book available to more people. I want to make a course after the book available. I have the retreats coming up. I have so many plans. But still I felt that resistance to do it. And this Monday I had a session with my intuitive healer coach, whatever you want to call them, but we work a lot with the intuition and with what the universe is guiding me to do, because I don't want to come from the ego. Yes, the ego wants to be big, to have money, to make even to make an impact. Sometimes I feel it could be the ego, like wants to make an impact into the world. Yeah, it wants to be this big shot making a difference in the world. Sometimes I think, what if that is the ego? So I work with my intuitive healer and I always ask questions. Should I create this course? Should I put this on the market? Is this good for me? Is it this in the highest good? And the way he led me into the session, he asked me what is my vision, like what creating more abundance, what will happen in my life. And the funny thing is, I ask this question all the time of my clients. And he asked me to describe. So I describe, I want to build a pavilion here, and I want the trails so people come and walk the trails. And then I got into the fact that I want to provide horse therapy for abused children. And if you know my story, I was an abused child myself. And when I got to that point, he asked me, tell me how those kids look like. And I want to say I started to cry so deeply. Something touched me so deep inside when I was trying to see the face of this being, of this child, that would be helped for the result of my work. And that accessed a pain in me, like I was that abused child. I was that wanting to follow something, wanting to do something, but I was so restricted by everything that was told to me, like my environment, my parents arguing, all of those things that happened to me felt so hard on my soul as a child and as a being that came into this world to do good. So I cried very hard. I cried so deeply that my conscious mind was noticing me crying, and I was talking to myself and say, hey, what's up? Like, is this normal? You're crying too hard. But I accessed that part inside myself that informed me why I do the work I do. I want everyone who has been abused, being a child or being adult, like my clients, everything, all the pain from the childhood, I want to help people release it. And the vehicle that I do this, I coach people who have a business, because people who have a business want to do more. But in order to do more, like in order for me to do more, I had to access this pain inside of me and reconfigure something inside of me that informed me that basically there was a time when I decided I craved human love so much, like my parents' love, like I craved approval so much that I distanced myself from my spiritual path. So like even now, I want to do more. Well, I'm afraid of judgment. I'm afraid of who does she think she is. She speaks with an accent. She's like, whatever. What is this spirituality and business together? And pick one. And so I am still apprehensive of criticism. I have to admit it, although I've done a lot of work. But when I access this part of me that knows why I'm doing what I'm doing, it liberates me. Because basically I'm doing my work into the world, and I'm staying true to the guidance I get from the universe for the things I am to create. Like, I'm to write a second book. I say, okay, I just wrote one, I published it, I didn't even properly launch it on the marketplace. Now I'm writing the second one. And as long, and I teach this, I know some of the people watching will be my clients and say, well, you tell me this all the time. But I got it at the deeper level. When I stay true to the guidance that I receive of what is it to create, I help myself heal, but I help all the other people in the universe who need this type of healing, who need this inner child healing. Yes, it's in conjunction with business, but guess what? This is the business is the motivator to do the work. And that's why people in business go to personal development courses, they come to masterminds, they come to retreats, they come to events because they want to grow their business, they want to grow their influence, they want to do good in the world. And that is only possible when the inner child is healed. So this is why I do what I do. Now I want you to take a moment and ask yourself the same question. Why do you do what you do? What helps you heal when you do your work? What inside of you still needs attention? And if you care to share, I'd love to hear from you. Leave me a comment. I love to support you. And tell me if this video meant anything to you. Okay? Blessings.